Hi everyone, this is Joanna. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you guys my favorite tools that I use while working on my polymer clay pieces. So let's get started with the pasta machine, which you never see in my videos, and it's for a very good reason because I cannot attach it to my desk very well, and you can see here it's just moving around so much. But it is the cheapest Amazon pasta machine that I was able to buy, and it works fantastic. It has the little knob on top with the thicknesses. It goes from 1 to 9, 1 being the thickest setting, and I use it all the time. Every project that I have, you can see me, or you can hear me saying that I'm using my pasta machine. So I run it on 1, now I'm changing to number 3 or 4, and I run it again. You can see that it's becoming nice and thin, and this pasta machine is just such a great tool, especially if you're doing skinner blends. Oh my gosh, it is so amazing. And when you run it on the thinnest setting, you can't get such a beautiful thinness any other way, I don't think. Again, a great tool, and it's very inexpensive. Okay, so next on the list are stamps. In particular, oh my gosh, this stamp is amazing. Simon Says stamp, ornate background stamp. Absolutely amazing. How many times have you guys seen me use it? Look at this. You can make so many different designs just from this one stamp. And you can roll out the clay, and you can either just place the stamp on top. I like to do it from the top. That way I get to squeeze that clay inside and get all the great design. Now I think that the clear stamps are a little bit not as deep, so I think that the rubber stamps are a little bit better. But look at this. Oh my gosh, the clear stamps work just as well, but oh my gosh, this stamp is so awesome. Now what I'm going to use to cut it is my actually cookie cutter. I do have a set of cookie cutters that I use for pierogies, for empanadas, and for cookies. It's a set that goes from tiny to large, and it's an awesome addition to my tool supply for polymer clay. It was actually my first cutter that I started to use when I started playing with polymer clay. Now you have seen me use these, and that's the bottom of the soda can. You can see that didn't cut it out very neatly, but if you want to get this really nice dome look to your pendant, those are great, and they come with the different sizes at the bottoms. Not all soda cans are the same. Some domes are going to be like more pronounced, some are like softer, so you have to play with the soda cans that you have around. But I mean, here you have it. The second pendant, I even used the same stamp on it, but you just place it at the bottom of the soda can, and of course the clay goes, kind of lays straight, so you have to take your fingers and kind of dome it just like that, and then you're just gonna bake it in the oven at whatever the degrees for the polymer clay are. But I mean, you can just put it just like that. And now this tool, oh my gosh, this rubber tip tool, it's actually a pottery tool, but you see me use it all the time to clean off the edges. Oh my gosh, all the time. It's like my right hand man in polymer clay making. Or if you want to do like a freehand, you can actually use it to shape your pendants as well. You can see how great of a job it does. It really is truly an amazing tool. I love it. So guys, don't be shy looking into pottery tools for some help with polymer clay projects. You can really find some really neat pottery tools that you can use also on polymer clay. Okay, now there's something that you have seen me use, and those are those little round cutters, and they come in gazillion different sizes. Not gazillion, I'm a drama queen, but they come even the tiniest sizes, and I use them all the time. I use them to create different designs. But if you're not going to use resin on your pendant, you can take and you can also use them to create a little hole for your chain. That way you don't have to drill out the hole afterwards. Now if you have a straw, like a coffee straw, the stir straw, you can use that as well if you don't have access to these kind of tools. But you can see that when I made the hole, I distorted the pendant a little bit, and there's my awesome rubber tip tool that came handy to fix my little issue there. But there you have it. My pendant is ready for the oven. And there you have the cutters. This is one of my recent videos. I used it to create a Kumagain for one of my pendants. And I really love this set of cutters, and you can see that some are larger, so you can create different kind of designs on your pendants. This one was just a little bit smaller, but yet bigger than what I'm using right now, so you kind of get a feel of how big they are. And my tile, I always bake my pendants on a tile. This is just a Home Depot. This one is a 6x6 tile, but 4x4 I use as well. And of course, when I bake my pendants, I put them on the tile, and then I take and I cover them with aluminum foil or an old pie pan. I'm not really sure if we're supposed to cover pendants with aluminum foil when we bake them, but I do that because I will watch someone do it on one of the videos, and that way my pendants never ever burn. And for what it is all worth, I want to show you this this cutter, which I'm just trying to get into them because I think that they are just so awesome that you already have the center placed for you. They are usually just a little bit pricier, but it is just so cool that you don't have to make sure that you get that center cut out just in the perfect place. So those are just really neat cutters as well. And my little tool is going to come in handy just to smooth out the surface. I know that it may kind of on the camera it looks like there's something still there, but it really does smooth it very nice. Okay, so let's look at my blades. I have 3 basic blades, and usually that's how they come. One is a pretty hard one, and I use it for chopping. The one that I use the most is the flexible one, and this one is absolutely perfect for like hand cutting. And I do that a lot, as you know, just creating my own little pendants. Now the thicker one is perfect for chopping, and this is exactly what I'm using. I don't usually use it for slicing. Now the third cutter is our ripple cutter, and this one is the one that is unappreciated, almost never used. A lot of us never use it. I am trying to use it. I have made quite a few pendants with it. You can either slice with it, or just shave off. And look at these 2 pendants. I made it using this ripple cutter, and I really love it, and I think that it's really underappreciated. Okay, tops for the jar candles. People, this is the season to burn candles. You are bound to get a candle from someone, so don't throw away the top if it has a neat design. I have made pendants with it. You can just take clay and get the impression. And if you think that you're not getting good impression, well, you are kind of correct, because the impression is just these are not stamps that you're stamping, but when you take a mica powder and just you run the mica powder on top, you seriously get this awesome design. I just absolutely love using tops of candles. And now you can do the same thing on the inside of the candle, just for a little bit different look. The impression is gonna be different when you do it on the inside, and you can again run your mica powder, and look at this beautiful design that you're getting. Isn't it neat? So go ahead and look for all those candles around your house. And here we are with our silicone resin molds. Yes, they are called the resin molds, but who said that we cannot use them for clay? Oops, look at that, I found resin in there. I have used them for resin. I have used them for polymer clay. I just use them all the time. You've seen me make these resin pendants using this particular mold, and they come in so many different sizes and shapes. You guys should really explore on Amazon and see what they have. But just because you use it for resin doesn't mean that you can use it for clay. So if you take a piece of clay and you just squeeze it in there, and you make sure that all the bubbles at the bottom are popped and you got all the nice coverage, you can just go ahead and shave off the top, and you're going to get a perfectly fine pendant. And today I'm just using some scraps, and I'm just realizing that those scraps look absolutely amazing even on this hard pendant. But at this point I would probably put it in the freezer just to have it a little bit hardened and then pop it out. But look at this, isn't it just a nice piece? And this looks very familiar to you guys. This is another a resin mold that I'm using a lot, and I love this shape in particular. These in particular come with the little holes already set, so when you pop up the pendant, the hole for the chain is already there, and I have made so many of those. These are some examples, but I made a lot of those in that shape. Okay, so to mix my resin, I am using those silicone sticks, and they are fantastic. Let me tell you, they are absolutely amazing. They are super inexpensive, also from Amazon. So I believe they are called resin stir sticks. I used to use wooden stir sticks, but I would use so many of them for one project when I was using different colors that I choose to get those, and I could not be happier. I use them to apply resin onto the pendants as well. They are very, very easy to use, and they are super easy to clean, because when you're done, you just take a wet wipe and you wipe them off and you are done. And I kid you not, super duper easy. And one of those things that I seriously could not live without is my silicone mat. That's where I dry my pendants. It is absolutely fabulous. Now, the only disadvantage with that is that it's very flimsy, so I always use some cardboard underneath. But when the pendants run as they dry, the resin just pops off so easily. It's super easy to clean. Both it comes at the design on the other side is a little bit different, but it is still fine. I use both sides to dry my pendants, and this is one of those things that I absolutely love, and I think if you're working with resin, you should have it. And my new addition is the Rotary tool. I love my Rotary tool. It's cordless. You can just charge it in your computer. It is so amazing. It has 5 speed settings, and I think that it really helps me give nice finishing touches to my pendants, because it's just so fun to use. It comes with so many different pieces. I use the drill bits to drill holes in my pendants for the chains, and the other pieces, I don't know, there's like little saws. I don't know what those saws, I don't know what I would use them for. And then the polishing tools, really, really neat. And you have the little sanding pieces that are fabulous. I really love using this. I think it really makes me wanna just work on pendants after they come out of the oven because I just love using this tool so much. So I don't know how I could live with it, but I did. I can't live with it without it anymore. So my friends, these are my favorite tools, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I gave you guys some direction if you're just starting with playing with polymer clay. With that being said, till next video, ta-ta.